Be independent of the opinions of others. And that is the quote of the day. Welcome back to the Quote of the Day Show. I'm your host, Sean Croxton of SeanCroxton.com. Today's featured speaker is my good friend, Jake Ducey. And today, Jake is talking about the opinions of others, because everybody's got an opinion. And, when you're striving for greatness, when you're looking to do big things and set big goals and reach those goals, very often the people who are closest to you are going to shower you with their opinions. They're going to shower you with negativity. They're going to shower you with reasons why it's not going to work, why it's a bad idea, all the reasons why you can't do it. And, these opinions come from a lot of places, including self-imposed limitations being projected onto you, fears of inadequacy, because if you grow and you reach the heights that you want to reach, it might make somebody else feel small, fear of you leaving them when you grow, on and on and on and on. But here's the thing. Opinions are always going to be there. There's always going to be opinions on the path to your success, always going to be opinions on the path to your greatness, and you just got to blow through them. And you got to keep taking action despite all of the opinions of others. And so Jake's going to talk about that. But before we get to Jake has a training tonight, a master class tonight. And he's going to be talking about how to access and reprogram your subconscious mind to get the results you have been looking for. And so that is tonight. That's Tuesday, May 2nd, 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. The link for that is jakeducey.com/training. Again, jakeducey.com/training. If you can't make it tonight, then sign up anyway, and you'll get the replay link so you can access that and watch the replay and all that fun stuff. All right, that's it for me. Here's Jake.
So, awesome distinction there. It's easier to choose your divine mind, whatever you want to call it. If you're religious, your Christ consciousness. If you're atheist, your confidence, your position of power, activating your choice, your free will. It's easier to do that than it is not, because you're going to cause yourself less suffering. So it's easier. No one else is doing it, and everyone else it's going to be weird, it's going to be crazy. No one else is doing it, no one else gets it. So you feel a little bit all alone, so you feel a little bit different, but it's easier. I referred earlier this weekend to Abraham Maslow's self-actualized person, highly effective person. And number one is being independent of the good opinion of others. So he said, you catch that? He said good opinion of others. Not just opinion, but even the good opinion of others. That's Abraham Maslow, one of the most well-recognized and highly celebrated psychologists to ever live. Number one is, and we'll go through these. Number one is independent of the good opinion of others. I lost every friend that I grew up with, except for one that's still one of my good buddies. Everyone thought I was crazy. Literally every single person. I mean, maybe Megan even thought I was crazy. She went to high school with me. She was younger than me. Every single one of them thought I was crazy. Every single one of them. They were my best friends. And no one would answer my calls. No one wanted to hang out with me. I remember when I got back from traveling and I started writing my book, one of my buddies he's one of my best friends, he went to a 4th of July party. And he said the whole 4th of July party was about how I'm crazy. That's what everyone just talked about. 20 people just sitting around talking about why I'm crazy and how I changed. It's like, you have to change. And think about how much freedom it is to not be pulled back by other people. So number one is to be independent of the opinion of others. Does that mean that it doesn't affect you? Yeah, it does. It hurts sometimes. One of the base psychological things that a human being needs is connection, is to be accepted. But I can tell you this. Newton, 3 law of equal and opposite force. So for every friend you lose, you gain new ones. I got awesome friends now. All of you, people that are like-minded. Mark, Ryan, I've got awesome friends. Bob Proctor, I can call him whenever I want. But I couldn't call him when I was still trying to get my old friends to like me because I wasn't in I wasn't in congruence with the consciousness of the Bob Proctors, of the Marks. I wasn't in consciousness. I wasn't in accord with that. So the opportunities don't present. They're there, but they don't present themselves because you're here and everything else is up here. So being independent of the opinions of others, which means I promise you, you might lose some friends. But it doesn't need to be an argument. It might just be like a food group where it's like, I don't really know if I want to eat cheese anymore. So you don't have to fight with the cheese. You don't look at the cheese. It's not like this dramatic thing where you like take all the cheese and you flush it down the toilet. It's not like when you flush your goldfish down the toilet when it dies. It doesn't need to be this dramatic thing. And by the way, you can make money doing things that are fun. Just total side note. I'm just totally up here being myself. People try to become professional. I would rather turn who I am into a profession. It doesn't mean everyone needs to be an entrepreneur or an independent business owner, but your most valuable asset is you. That's your most valuable asset. So when you recognize that, you can, when your mom or your dad or your old friends, and you look at it and you're like, really, what do I get out of it? Every relationship is either stimulating or stagnating. If you really break it down, every relationship is stimulating or stagnating. So just write down a couple relationships that are stagnating. And they may be neutral, but nothing is actually neutral because remember, everything is energy, everything is in constant motion, nothing is ever at rest. So it's either growing you up or it's just not. Mark said inspire, expire yesterday. It's inspiring you or it's expiring you. And for some of you, that may be too extreme of an example, but it's either moving you this way or this way. It has to be. It's just like when you eat too much. Is it giving you energy? No, that's why some people are saying, do you want to come eat during lunch? And I said, no, I don't eat during the day when I'm doing these. Because if I have too much, then my energy all goes to digest. Our energy all goes to try to fit in, to assimilate with the crowd, to assimilate with old friends because we've always been with them. And I'm asking everyone here to break out of your old stories. Doesn't need to be harsh, doesn't need to be rude. Bob Proctor says, don't go as often and don't stay as long. And when you say, I went to this event and here's my new idea, you can take a step back and say, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not even telling my mom that I'm going to fill an event with 1,000 people because she'll be like, okay. Just say, it's going great. How's the day going? Yeah, did you notice that? You just change the subject. And then when they start to talk to you in a certain way, you just change the subject. That's all you really, or you can be like the type of person that wants to assert why they're right, but I promise you that doing that isn't going to move closer to your dreams. There's that, T. Harv Eker says you can be right or you can be rich. And rich doesn't need to be just finances. It could be rich in spiritual, emotional, mental fulfillment in your everyday life. So, being independent of other people's opinions means that you've defined yourself and you know who you are. Therefore, people will disagree. We're going to make a funny skit off of this. I love when, and it's generally not really, it's not like the Kim Kardashians and Will Smiths of the world. It's people that are trying to build a personal brand and they're kind of on the ground level. And you see they're always writing about how they have haters. Has anyone ever seen that before? Yeah. I don't even call it. What's the point of that word? It's just you live in a world of equal and opposite. Some people are going to like Hillary Clinton, some people are going to like Donald Trump, and some people are going to like Bernie Sanders, and some people are going to like Jill Stein, and some people are going to like that other guy Johnson, and some people aren't going to like any of them, Gary Johnson, and some people aren't going to like any of them. And it's so much easier when you accept that this world, third dimensional world, is a world of polarity. People think that you cannot change anyone. So your friend can come with you, or your mom can come with you, or they won't. And maybe when you step into that new place, everyone else changes, just like she said so beautifully yesterday. Maybe not. So when you step into your new vision, you don't need to share it with anyone. No one needs to know about it. You just become it.